Hello. How are we doing? We're back to Turlock Holmes. I am gonna rely on you guys a lot in this stream, I think, because some of the stories yesterday I got quite quickly. Some of them I knew already. Most of them, words just would not come to the brain. Okay. Let's go. Light return. He never has to bring anything down from the second floor. Lee carries several heavy bags every morning to the small room on the second floor. However, he never has to bring anything down from the second floor. So Lee is A. It's going to be, isn't it? For the food. No, it's not food. Fold? No. Of. In. What's this word? And what's this word? At. Yep. Hi, Tiggle. Hello. I've got a Tiggy Boo sitting behind me, not helping at all. All. Yeah. Turlock's a turtle. Also, hello, F Jams. How are you doing? You weren't here yesterday, were you? So you won't understand this game. This is a game that I was very kindly given a key by the devs via Keymailer. And we have to work out what the missing words are to solve the riddle. Or like the meaning of the story. So we were given the situation is Lee carries several heavy bags every morning to the small room on the second floor. However, he never has to bring anything down from the second floor. And we need to work out what's going on. It's quite a good game. But it's a bit like Wordle, if you've ever played that, where every single word you've ever heard of or known just disappears out of your head when you're trying to guess what the words are. So I am definitely up for chat helping me out. So if you've got any ideas, he is probably one, right? Yes, he. Every? Every, yes. Would that be morning then? The last word? Yes, okay. All the floors every morning, maybe. No. Fires. No. As. Yes. As the something, something, something. The red words are the most important words. If we get all the red words, the whole story reveals. We don't need to get any other words. The white words are generally the easiest to get, but they don't help. They're words like as and the. Yellow words are slightly less important than red words, and blue words are slightly more important than white words. Yep, we've got unlimited guesses, and I can get hints. I mean, I've got this many mushrooms to spend, and hints only cost like 300. And revealing words, I can click on a word to reveal the word as well. But I like to try and do it without, if I can. I've resorted to hints before, but it's quite nice to do it without, isn't it? But yeah, it's a very chill, cozy game in that, you know, there's no real penalty. You get a rating at the end of the mission, and you get S tier if you didn't need any help with the red words. But like, I could get help with this white word, and it wouldn't cost anything. Well, it would cost like a mushroom, one mushroom to reveal the word, or you can guess it by letters. Let's guess it by letters. And there's no downside. So yeah. It's not that. No. It's got an E in it. Feats. Oh. Feels? Feeds. Feeds. Small feeding room. Okay. So is that blue F word finish? Does he work at the zoo? Ha 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 ha! Giraffe! Yeah, that's why he has to carry bags up, because they eat from the up, but he doesn't have to carry heavy bags down again. And we got all the red words, so yeah, presumably that's keeper. But we don't need to know. No. Leah's a giraffe keeper at the zoo. He carries several heavy bags of giraffe feed every morning to the small feeding room on the second floor for the giraffes. However, he never has to bring anything down from the second floor, as the giraffes always finish all the feeds every morning. Most of the cases aren't that cute. We've had ones with, you know, we've had murders, we've had serial killers, we've had all sorts going on. This one was particularly cute. Like that one was about a murder. You can tell there's a dead person there. Gone with the... Oh, hello, Euclid. Euclid's here to help as well. Gone with the taxi. Mike was never seen again. Mike casually strolled out of the house as usual. By chance, a taxi drove by. Mike hailed the taxi and requested the driver to take him to the destination quickly. Surprisingly, the driver did not obey Mike's instructions. From that day forward, Mike was never seen again. Dun dun dun! Oh, hang on, my door... Right, sorry about that. That was my neighbour bringing around a parcel that I've been chasing up all day. Turns out they delivered it to my neighbour instead of me, but said they delivered it to me. So, but I've got it now, it's all good. Right, it's going to start with Mike is A, isn't it? A. He. The. But. And that's going to be him. Right, hang on. Big brain moment. Is Mike like a robber? It doesn't say strolled out of his house. It says strolled out of the house. Yeah! So took him straight to the police station? Ho ho ho! After he something? No. Begins with S and ends with G. Stealing. Yes. Mike is a thief. After he finished stealing, he casually strolled out of the house as usual. By chance, a taxi drove by. Mike hailed the taxi and requested the driver to take him to the destination quickly. Surprisingly, the driver was the owner of the house, so the driver did not obey Mike's instructions but took him straight to the police station. From that day forward, Mike was never seen again. Trust me, I'm not this fast on all of them. Justice will win. Doing bad things will get you in trouble eventually. Next. Beautiful morning. On a beautiful morning, she killed herself. This one's going to be a cheerful one. Yeah. Do you play Scrabble in English? Lynn opened her eye. Now, I think this is a Chinese game or Japanese game, one of the two originally. So some of the wording in English is not 100% as I would word it. So I don't know if that is supposed to be eyes or if that's a clue that just one eye. You play with your dad on nap. That's cool. You probably know more words than me then if you play Scrabble in English. Lynn opened her eye in the morning like every other normal, beautiful morning. She took a look outside of the window. Everything was usual and she killed herself. Oh, well, we're given a lot here, aren't we? Right, let's try all the little words. See if we can get some of those in. And that might be window. No, it's always worth trying the words that are in the title and the thing. Lynn. Yep. Lynn is the something. Not. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. 4. The paper tends to be the right length, and the number of dots tends to be how many. That might be, however, how many letters there are. Yes. Her. And she. On, maybe? No. At? We try it. Of? Of. Yes, I can. Hang on. Is it that one? No. Yes? Oh, where did that go? Lost it. Where's it gone? Oh, it's there. And then and then like that. Is that better? I could make it even bigger. If we squidge you guys over a little bit. And then we can make it a little bit bigger. Like that. I'm going to forget I've done that now. Watch me be very confused next time I stream. Because it's all going to be a bit wrong. But anyway, anything for you, F-Jams. Right. Day. Okay. Ah. It's quite clever as well, because, like, it revealed tomorrow when we said day. So that's quite cool. Have we tried A? Yeah. I? On the day when, maybe? Yes. Came? Had not come? Would. Yes. Did not. So Lynn is the something of a something. She something tomorrow would be the something of the something. Her something did not something 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 the something of the something. Something 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 came. C? Well, we've tried she. Yeah. Lynn wanted. Yeah. It. Nope. No daughter. Child? No child. She thought tomorrow, maybe? Wait! Tomorrow would be the end of the world. Ah. Lynn wanted to see for herself at the end of the... Right, okay. So Lynn is the leader of a cult? And she predicted? Yes. Yeah. Her followers did not want to see the end of the world. And so they killed themselves before it came. And wrong. Yes. Oh yeah, some of them are very dark. Lynn is the leader of a cult. She predicted tomorrow would be the end of the world. Her followers did not want to suffer the end of the world, so they killed themselves before it came. However, Lynn wanted to see for herself what the end of the world looks like. On the day when the end of the world came, Lynn opened her eye in the morning like every other normal, beautiful morning. She took a look outside of the window. Everything was as usual. She realised the end had not come, and she had told her followers a wrong idea that killed them, and she killed herself out of guilt. But what if the end of the world was happening in the afternoon, Lynn? Did you think about that? Just because it hadn't happened in the morning. You don't know, and now you never will. I feel like if I believed the end of the world was coming, I would want to see it. Like, if I was going to die anyway... I'd rather die, like, in an awesome way. I think. See what happens. Someone familiar. He was never heard again. Every morning, Lily's husband would wake up to practice his voice. His voice was so loud that he could be heard from a mile away. One day he disappeared. He was never heard again. Excuse me. This morning, Lily and her children met someone familiar. He waved at them. Lily and her children looked happy and kept nodding at him. Weird. Okay. I mean, hey, if you want to give me all your money because you think the rapture's coming, I mean, you might as well, right? I'm not saying the rapture is coming by any means, but if that's what you think, who am I to stop you? I mean, if the person she tipped $1,000 to had persuaded her the rapture was coming, I can understand wanting a refund. If it came out of her very own brain box, then it's kind of on her, isn't it? Right, let's try Lily. Was... yeah. Some dude at Pizza Hut. I mean, look, if you convince yourself the rapture's coming and then you tip $1,000 to some dude at Pizza Hut, that's completely on you. Because... he... A... herself... nope... him... had... they had... okay... Lily was a something something. Sometimes reading the sentences out loud with gaps helps me, like the end of the world one helped me. But this one, I think I've got too many gaps in a row. To or at. Yeah. Man. Lady. We can ask questions as well. That. Devil. Nah. So I can say things like, did the man lose his voice? No, he didn't. Okay. I see. Yeah, they're not all apocalyptic. Frosty's use of emojis doesn't really work, does it? Her? And her something. Husband, I guess. Lily was a something and her husband was a something. They had a something, something, something. The something, 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 something. Singer? Was he a singer? No. Was he too loud? Oh, yes. I think I've done and in her. Of? Wait. 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 Was Lily a hen? And her husband was a rooster. Oh. Yay. Oh, Lily was a hen. Lily was a hen and her husband was a rooster. They had a happy life on the farm with their children. Every morning, Lily's husband would wake up to practice his voice. His voice was so loud that he could be heard from a mile away. One day, he disappeared because the farmer found the rooster too loud and killed him. He was never heard again. This morning, Lily and her children met someone familiar. It was the farmer. He waved at them. By scattering handfuls of feed, he told them it's time to eat. Lily and her children looked happy because it was eating time and pecked at the feed repeatedly, like they kept nodding at him. I mean, they probably did eat the husband, yeah. All he did was clearing his voice. Thank God I don't have a voice. We got a chicken. A life-saving tool. Thank goodness I did that, or else I could die. It's weird how sometimes the answer just like pops into my brain. And sometimes I'm staring at it and I can't even think of... what was the word yesterday? That it was like not an obscure word at all. And it just didn't come into my brain at all. And we had to use the hints to get it in the end. Steve was fixing something. He accidentally cut a wire he was not supposed to cut. Immediately, he threw his fixing tool away with his full strength. Thank goodness I did that, or else I could die, Steve thought, very scared. Right, little words. A. The. And. To. At. Tool. Nice. Steve. In. Gave. Nice. Left? No. Wire? Him? As. At. Of. In. Pinned. Live. Life. Back. Without. Ah. Thoughts. Nope. Like. Ah. Would. In. It. Without wire holding him back? No. Nope. Garden. No. See what I mean? Some of them are really hard. Escape. No. If. By. Oh. By doing. So. Yes. Good. The something tool gave something to Steve and something him back to the something. The wire tethered him? How do you spell tethered? Attached? Oh! Was Steve in space? Sure! So it pushed him back to the... Yeah, he cut the wire that connected him to the spaceship. Steve was fixing something in space outside a spaceship. He accidentally cut a wire he was not supposed to cut. The wire connected him to the spaceship. And now without the wire pulling him back, he would be floating in space endlessly like space garbage. Immediately he threw his fixing tool away with his full strength. By doing so, the thrown tool gave a counterforce to Steve. I mean, we would never get counterforce, would we? And pushed him back to the spaceship. Thank goodness I did that or else I could die, Steve thought, very scared. I feel like the tool should be also tethered, but, you know. Astronauts would carry jetpack. I mean, would they? Yeah, that's what I mean as well. It's been translated, so it's not. I mean, it's amazing to do it in a language that's, you know, to make a game and then translate the game, I think. But still, it does make it a little bit more tricky. With deep pain of losing his wife, Ethan devoted himself entirely to designing the perfect tomb. And finally he accomplished the most magnificent tomb. After that, Ethan was dead as well. Neither Ethan nor his wife were buried in this tomb. I mean, Ethan's a bit weird. And the was he, it, the. Is that because it? No. Or however it? No. Her? His? For? Wife? Ethan? Right. The something wife was something. The something something for his something wife. So he... Okay. This would... I don't know. Probably, because they're keywords. Wait. I think I've got it. I don't know what all the red words are, but... this wife, I don't think, is Ethan's wife. I think... like a king or something wanted Ethan to build the tomb, but Ethan didn't want to, so he killed Ethan's wife. Maybe? Is that stupid? It is stupid, but it's right. Oh, so Ethan, the pain. The king's wife was dead. The king wanted the best tomb for his dead wife, so he hired Ethan to design the tomb. To make Ethan feel the pain of losing a wife, the king killed Ethan's wife. With deep pain of losing his wife, Ethan devoted himself entirely to designing the perfect tomb. And finally, he accomplished the most magnificent tomb. After that, to ensure no tomb like this would ever be built again, the king killed Ethan. Ethan was dead as well. Neither Ethan nor his wife were buried in this tomb. Instead, it was the king's wife. So the red ones aren't always nouns, because killed was red. They're just, like, important words. I mean, I don't know if I would do my best work in the midst of grief. Especially not for the person who killed someone and caused that grief. But sure. Story is adapted from the legend of the Taj Mahal in India. A tragic story and elusive tale. King killed Ethan. Ethan was dead as well. Yes. Well, it's because the initial thing has to be in the story somewhere. Drug worked too well. I might as well have been dead. So this has to be somewhere. This all has to be somewhere in the story. This is a long premise. I'm an esports player. I've been told there was some sort of drug. I believed I had to try it for better professional performance. Hang on. I've been told there was some sort of drug. Hey, esports player. There's some sort of drug. Oh, I must try some sort of drug. Making a sandwich. Can I have one as well, please? I called my dealer and went out for drugs. After I bought it, I went home. When passing through a secluded alley, I came across a wanted killer, and he was going to kill me with a knife. The drug might help me escape from him, so I took one pill. 5 minutes later, I regretted taking the drug. I might as well have been dead if I'd known the drug worked too well. What? I mean, the drug could have been anything. You don't know what your dealer's giving you. My. And. The. A. 2. Did I do I? No, I did not. Me. Of. In. At. 2. Okay. That would be that, won't it? Not hat. That. Not. Yeah. But. Did. I had. We. Out. Go. Home. No. Let's try drug. Over? Over and over? Yes. He. It. Thought I'd already tried it. Obviously not. It had been. Nice. But the drug made it. Have we got anything up here? Could. Some sort of drug that could something by something. Improve. Uh-huh. Yeah, I was gonna... Increase would be good as well. Performance. No. Improve my something. It turned out the drug only improved three 16 no scopes. Nah, it's not that, I'm afraid. Something also. I know it was. Yeah, I know. I was playing along. Killer? Aha. Wait. To me, the killer something to be something. Is it the killer seemed to be moving in slow motion? Ha! Yes. But the drug did not improve my something. I had to watch. Regardless, no. It'd have been only... Oh, but the drug made it feel like an hour? Nope. Reaction? Ah! Reflexes. Oh! We did all the red words. So, I'm an esports player. I've been told there was some sort of drug that could improve my reflexes, and it could last an hour. I believed I had to try it for better professional performance. I called my dealer and went out for drugs. After I bought it, I went home. When passing through a secluded alley, I came across a wanted killer and he was going to kill me with a knife. The drug might help me escape from him, so I took one pill. It turned out the drug only improved mental reflexes. To me, the killer seemed to be moving in slow motion, but the drug did not improve my physical reflexes. So, to me, my body also seemed to be moving in slow motion. I had to watch the killer stabbing that knife inside me over and over. It had only been 5 minutes since he started stabbing me, but the drug made it feel like an hour. 5 minutes later, I regretted taking the drug. I might as well have been dead if I'd known the drug worked too well. I mean, I feel like you are dead, dude. Like, yeah. Also, 5 minutes is a long time. Yeah, I mean, can he even read? Oh no, ad break. I shall take a break as well. I'll be right back. But sometimes they're good. You can try my spoop counter though. If you type !spoop, it'll count how many times I've been. Alright, I'll just leave those there for now. It's not like... Yeah, is my Shire horse still here? Maybe I could take that back to the fence. Wait, what? I found a hole. Okay, that's not quite what I meant to do.
Coated with a carmine layer of rust.
Yes.
It should be doable.
Go. Ow. Ow.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Uh-oh. Is that Bill?
Thank goodness. That's only Sasaki. Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know why clip didn't work. It should work. So what was it? Like 0.2 something inches?
Come on, horses are over here.
How is my horse here? Hello. If I ever had any pearls like this, what would I do? I'd definitely sell them. To you, perhaps. Yay, we did all of those. Final scene, the last scene in the play of life. Okay, so lots of people are going to be dead. Chessboard and empty gun. 2 dead men sat on each side of a table. 2 dead men sat on each side of a table with a finished chessboard and an empty gun on it. 2 men A and the chess when 2 men were yep oh at in his her him got ha there was something in the we could have gun In. That's not how you spell in. Two men with something in a something something. There was something 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 in the something, and a gun with only one bullet. Yes. When the winner was... No. Winner got 2. Had... that. All. They decided to play chess. Winner got to shoot. Himself. There was something in the something and a gun with only one bullet. They decided to play chess. Winner got to shoot himself and loser had to... Wait, are they trapped? Yes. All that was been found? It's not very good English, unfortunately. So if they were trapped, is it the loser had to starve? No. Oh yeah, it's a very happy story. It's not the winner had to, it's the winner got to. The winner was allowed to. Two men were trapped in a something something. Nope. Ah, little air left in the... Are they in a submarine? Two men were trapped in a broken submarine. There was little air left in the submarine and a gun with only one bullet. They decided to play chess. Winner got to shoot himself. The loser had to suffer suffocating. Although, now, don't quote me on this because clearly I've never done it. And I don't know how people would know this. But apparently, like, being suffocated, not fun. But just there being not enough air, I feel like isn't a bad way to go. Like suffocating because you've run out of air in a sealed thing. I don't know. Maybe it is a horrible way to go. But anyway. I love chess a lot. I painted my shell black and white so it's like a board. Or is it something else? It's football, my dude. Good roommate. I gotta figure out how to run away. After that stinky roommate was gone, I started seeking a new roommate. Although I'm a lone wolf, a roommate is necessary, but a good roommate is really hard to find. It was a week after the new roommate moved in. I was in bed, browsing on my phone, ready to sleep. A notice for the missing person popped out, and it was for my new roommate. I slipped into his room, finding he was on his bed and didn't make a sound, but I panicked. I gotta figure out how to make my way out in such a limited time. So, is the missing person like a wanted criminal or something? Okay, so we've got all that, and then we've got a big block. Right, let's... Little words, little words, little words. Okay. I got... Frosty really likes you, F-Gems. He thinks your jokes are absolutely hilarious. That. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not absolutely hilarious. I just think it's funny that Frosty... Yeah. Is Frosty your AI girlfriend, F-Gems? I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. If you are in a relationship with Frosty, I wish you both the very best of everything. Under? No. Oh, I know. It's 2024, yeah? You absolutely do you. We hope? No. Wood? Yep. Shall whoop. After that stinky roommate was gone, I started seeking a new roommate. Although I'm a lone wolf, a roommate is really necessary, but a good roommate is really hard to find. It was a week after the new roommate moved in. I was in bed, browsing on my phone, ready to sleep. A notice for the missing person popped out, and it was for my new roommate. I slipped into his room, finding he was on his bed, and didn't make a sound. But I panicked. I got to figure out how to find my way out in such a limited time. And then we've just got a load of him. When? Nope. What? Nope. We... Upper? It's not under. I tried that. Until? Ah. Did I try what? When? I something something O. try roommate. Ah, there we go. Found. Locate. His mission. No. That. Yeah, it is. It's really nice that you can type in like be and it does be and is and was and yeah. Yes, you don't have to be like exact. With with that, this, those, so, he, to, at, of, in, by, I'm confused by I something something O. Into. Yes, well done. T something something M. And it's not team. Trim. My face is basically currently the face that you see on screen that I'm pulling. That's just me trying to use all my brain cells. While. Well done. T something something Y. Tidy? There. Into... I think I've already tried they. Oh no, I haven't tried they. Well done. They would be... While something with the something, they would be something. And their something would not be something until something to something. The something was a something something, so he was not something. Is that behind? No. We have. Police? Okay, that wasn't the word I was going for. But, police is in there. The police posted. We have... I was about to say, are they in prison? But he's on his phone and he went into the roommate's room. So I don't think they are in prison. Them? Yes. Why didn't we think of them? Lost? Not what I was going for, but sure. Call to the police? No. Came to the police? Come to the police? Well, something with the something, they would be safe? No. Case. A missing person case. Right. Right. Oh, suspected. That's good. No. Hiding or hidden? Disposed. Searched. That's good. No. Take. And turn. No. And see something his roommate. We have noticed. Oh. Posted a notice. Found. Filed. I was going for the word before that, but sure. Is it father? Evening. No. Morning. Night. Day. After freaking noon. Nah. If. Went. Local. Right. I want to know what this word is. Right. So we're going for this word. It's P something 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 something. P person. No. But it's got an E and an R in it somewhere. No, but the E's in the right place. Not enough letters. Found where the R goes, though. Preset. No. P-R-E... Do we think it's E-D? Prayed. Yes! Preyed on homeless people. Right. Right. We have... I don't know, killer? Ah! Court? Motive? No. Trick them into being his roommates. Yeah. We have identified a serial killer. Yes. Preyed on homeless people. His strategy is to locate homeless people and trick them into becoming his roommates while living with the killer. They would be killed and their body strategy is like how you do something. Motive is like why you do something. Nice. We've arrested a serial killer preyed on homeless people. His strategy is to locate homeless people, trick them into becoming his roommate. While living with the killer, they would be killed and their body would not be disposed. I mean, that's not how you spell disposed at all. Oh, soon I got arrested. That's why it was a stinky roommate. After that stinky roommate was gone, I started seeking a new roommate. Although I'm a lone wolf, a roommate is necessary, but a good roommate is really hard to find. It was a week after the new roommate moved in. I was in bed, browsing on my phone, ready to sleep. A notice for the missing person popped out, and it was for my new roommate. I slipped into his room, finding he was on his bed and didn't make a sound. But I panicked. I gotta figure out how to find my way out in such a limited time. Soon I got arrested. The police posted, "We've arrested a serial killer preyed on homeless people. His strategy is to locate homeless people and trick them into becoming his roommates. While living with the killer, they would be killed." I mean, that do be what killers do. And their body would not be disposed of, I guess, until starting to smell. The killer was a lone wolf, so he was not exposed, until the latest victim's friend filed a missing person case to the police and posted a notice for the missing person. That startled the killer, and we caught him on the spot while he was dumping the body. Well, that's a lovely story, isn't it? He's too insane when sleeping peacefully with a dead body next door, yet too sane when escaping from justice. We call it a sociopath. Yeah. Alright. All guilty, but not guilty. Yes. Yeah. I think that's my one criticism of it. Is that, yeah, it would be easier if it was just gone through by a good editor. Because, yeah, some of the phrases and sometimes things are spelt slightly wrong, and yeah, it just makes it that little bit more difficult. But like I say, that's not necessarily the developer's fault, because if English isn't their first language, then they've done amazingly well. And I'm assuming like translators and editors and stuff are pretty damn expensive, so it's fair enough. And I'm really enjoying this game. And I can't complain anyway because I got it for free. Sam went to the police and turned himself in. My mistress was pregnant. She used that to threaten me to divorce. I had no choice but to shoot her, he told the officers. Mary went to the police and turned herself in. My husband had an affair, and the mistress was pregnant. She went to our house and threatened me to divorce. I had no choice but to shoot her, she told the officers. Okay, so the... I mean, they're both saying the same. Both Sam and Mary were dead. What? Sam and Mary were released. Neither of you were guilty. What? Right, okay. No, never mind. That was a misclick. Right, little words. The... And... It... He... His... Her... She... Mistress. Pregnant. Wife. Sam. Mary. Okay. Of. In. To. For. Was. Okay. That be cover to cover for his cover? Yes. Faults? No. To cover for his crime? No. Sam loved? Hated? Deed? No. I thought that was really clever. It turns out not. He said was would not. Oh, not. Could not. Is that going to be killed? Ah. Yeah. We might as well just try killed. Along with and, the, and of. By. Beside. Woman. Ah. The woman was something to death. By the something of the something something. Of being something to death. What? No. Forgot any other... I've got some other little short words. With. Mary could not live with. Sam killed himself out of guilt. Mary could not live with that. instead. Okay. Ah. Sam found his mistress. Got home. Truth. Ah. Fact. Soon. Gun. By the bottom of the gun. We tried beaten, didn't we? Well, that's herself. And 2. Yeah. She was struck. She was struck to death. I mean, that's not... Well done for getting that word. Shotgun? No. Mary found her husband, mistress, dead. Oh, Sam found his mistress dead when he got home. Lying. Yeah. She was slammed to death. Lying beside the lady's... No. Body. Was his son's gun. Sam found his mistress dead when he got home. Lying beside the lover's body was his son's gun. To cover for his son, Sam went to the police and turned himself in. When mistress was pregnant, she threatened me divorce. I had no choice but to shoot her, he told the officers. Mary found her husband's mistress dead when she went home. Lying beside the lover's body was his son's gun. Her son's gun. Presumably. To cover for her son, Mary went to the police and turned herself in. My husband had an affair and the mistress was pregnant. She went to our house and threatened me to divorce. I had no choice but to shoot her, she told the officers. The officer heard them out and told them neither of you were guilty. The woman was struck to death by the bottom of the gun instead of being shot to death. The son was soon arrested. Sam and Mary were released. Later, Sam killed himself out of guilt. Mary could not live with that fact, so she killed herself too. Both Sam and Mary were dead. I mean, that was a weird one. What a messed up family. Yes, indeed. Balloons of doom. I felt desperate, knowing that I was about to die. And everyone is in these stories. If you find yourself in one of these stories. I went to the restroom and saw 5 balloons. I felt extremely desperate, knowing that I was about to die. Well, yeah, I mean, if ever I change careers and I end up having to decipher anything. Right, I. Killed! Killed's not in the story. This one is short, yeah. I'm filling in all the unimportant words. I'm relying on you to get the important ones. 99 red balloons. Secure? No. Thought it might be too secure them. 5 balloons filled with helium? No. I tried helium. Poison. I thought they might have filled the balloons full of poison. On the patio. On the... Seduce. 5 balloons filled with... What can you fill balloons with? Cement. It doesn't look well, does he? Popped. Saw that all 5 balloons were broken in the mirror. Oh, yes, my dude. He's a drugs mule. Well done. You solved that one. I swallowed 5 balloons filled with drugs to smuggle them. On the plane, I felt very uncomfortable, went to the restroom, vomited, and saw that all 5 balloons were broken in the toilet. I felt extremely desperate, knowing that I was about to die. This is why you don't smuggle drugs, kids! I mean, that's not the only reason why you don't smuggle drugs. Story comes from real news. Yeah. Well, yeah, they would. The actual person in real life also died because of the poisoning. I mean, no, that wouldn't help because it's still absorbent down there. You can still absorb things from your colon. It's kind of what it's for. So that doesn't help. Don't do that. Nothing but silence. All of a sudden, the music stopped. Nothing but silence could be found. Dun, dun, dun. As the pianist started playing, the show began. That's pianist. Pianist. Started playing, the show began. While listening to the music, the audience wouldn't wave the attention away at all. All of a sudden, the music stopped. Nothing but silence could be found. He became a ruptured blood bag spattering all over the theatre in front of all the audience. What the hell? What the fuck? Um. Hmm. Yeah, I should still be on in 20 minutes. I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. Another couple of hours, probably. Don't know how long I'll be playing this for. But I'll play something else. Out. Will. With. Music. Because the piano was exploding. The pianist was silent. The pianist was pianist and a magician? No. Pianist and a dancer? At. Dead. Killed. Murder. The music stopped. Owl. It's a three-letter word beginning with O. Word. O something off. Turn. Went. All of a sudden, alarms went off. Kill. Keep. Okay, something. Done. Work was done. The pianist was supposed to stop. Ah. When the something reached the end of the something. Trapeze. No, unless I've spelt it wrong. Trampoline? Put on a show. Trained, no. Tightrope. Oh, right. Tie off the rope? Fall off the rope? Ah. Thought. Oh, power went off and the music stopped because the piano was electric. He was blindfolded. Right. A pianist and a tightrope walker put on a show together. As the pianist started playing, the show began. While listening to the music, the audience wouldn't wave their attention away at all because the walker is blindfolded. The pianist was supposed to stop playing when the walker reached the end of the rope, so the walker would know it's safe to step off onto the platform. All of a sudden, the power went off and the music stopped early because the piano was electric. Nothing but silence could be found. The walker thought the walk was done and tried to step off the rope, falling off the tightrope. He became a ruptured blood bag. The next puzzle is identical to this one. Am I seeing things in double? What? Oh, okay. Nothing but silence too. All of a sudden, the music stopped. Nothing but silence could be found. It is the same. While listening to the cheerful music, people wouldn't wave their attention away at all. Anthony was quite fond of the music. All of a sudden, the music stopped. Nothing but silence could be found. He became a ruptured blood bag spattering all over the place. It is the same. Right, little words. If anyone's got any ideas, by the way, of anything, feel free. And off, out, by, to, if, when, will, what, Mm. Want music. Musical. Went. He. We. They. Go. Sound. Listen. Watching. Play. Ah. Playing musical something. With won't. When. Musical chairs. People were playing musical chairs, so sit. And on one of the chairs, moving to find, to touch. Ah, landed. And broke. Oh, arrest. Took arrest. Anthony got rushing. Anthony got crushed. Stopped? Yeah. Ready to grab a chair whenever the music stopped. One of the chairs, something. On one of the chairs, something. Bug. Anthony's not human. It's like that mosquito one from yesterday. People were playing musical chairs while listening to the cheerful music. People wouldn't wave their attention away at all, ready to grab a chair whenever the music stopped. On one of the chairs, a little bug named Anthony landed and took a rest. Anthony was quite fond of the music. All of a sudden, the music stopped and nothing but silence could be found. Players rushed to sit on the chairs and Anthony got crushed. He became a little ruptured blood bag spattering all over the place. Poor Anthony the bug. The story was given by players when they were trying to reveal the last one. Another good story. Players are no doubt creative. Right, on that note, it's time for break. I will see you in a bit. Shush. And you shush. And you shush. Oh, there's still one. Shush. Okay. That's not all of them, though.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh my god, it actually worked. Whoopsie.
I didn't think that would work.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna work either. Oh my god. Well,
What?
ball gang. It's been fun.
No! Oh my god. Really, Sam? You really think that's what I was trying to do? It's glassware, for crying out loud! Ah! Ah!
They're turning back. I guess I'm all yours.
Okay, how none of us died?
That's shine, all right. Let's get you home.
Ow! That didn't work either.
Please, don't.
Did the murder, run a murder spree, killing all the people, da-da-da-da-dee. Murder, 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 shoot them in the face. Kill them all dead. Something that rhymes with face. Killing the people, oh yeah. I'm back. Insurance investigation. The following week, the husband died as well. Just everyone's always dead. Everyone's dead. Farmer and his wife constantly blamed each other for a large debt that seemed impossible to pay off. Oh, good. I'm glad you've got plenty of shelf milk. That's the important thing. Also, notice that Frosty is now calling you Helium Jester. And thinks that you swallow and then vomit back up helium. So, I don't know how that's affecting your relationship with Frosty. Might give me a little insight into things that I didn't really need. But anyway. So. I mean, yeah. Seems so. Farmer and his wife constantly blamed each other for a large debt that seemed impossible to pay off. One day, they got into a big fight over who cleans the cow dung. The following day, the wife died. The following week, the husband died. Alright. Okay, so. The. And. Cow. His. Her. him. How? There we go. Over that. This. Haha. With this? Yeah. It of in at 2 killed, because that's always in it. Yes. The something killed her and something husband. Yeah, the husband killed her. See. Wanted. Blamed. Might be good. Hi, Kate Cat. Did I do blamed? I got distracted. That one bun. Okay. Remind me when I finish the stream. And if that one bun is still streaming, then we will go and raid there. The wood detectiving is going... It's up and down. Did you get the game in the end? We've done some easily and some are really hard. A bit like yesterday. You did! Awesome. You might know some of the answers then to some of these ones. If you know the answers, don't tell us. Debt. Let's try debt. No. Money. Oh, insurance. To claim insurance, yeah. Made it look like an accident. I know. Yes, I know. It's bonkers. That's why the English is sometimes a bit wobbly. Because it's been translated into Chinese. It's been translated from Chinese. Yeah, I know. Made it look like an accident. It seemed like she slipped in the cow dung. Oh! Oh! Was it? The insurance didn't. He made it look like she slipped in the cow dung and fell, and then the insurance didn't believe it, so he wanted to show them how it was. So he slipped and fell in the dung, and he died. Yeah! So the following day, the wife died. The husband killed her and made it look like an accident. It seemed like she slipped on cow dung and fell into dangling wires in the yard, and the electrocution killed her. With this accident, the husband wanted to claim insurance. The following week, the insurance company sent an investigator to the house. The husband wanted to show the investigator how exactly his wife slipped and fell. So he stepped on the dung, and he slipped, fell onto the dangling wire, and died of electrocution. Indeed. That, my friends, is what we call a comeuppance. The Darwin Awards of 1991. Yeah. A woman died of a live wire after slipping on poo when showing neighbours how her sister had died on the same wire. I'm sure that, like, I read something as well, like a lawyer shot himself in a courtroom when he was trying to demonstrate to a jury how the person might have, like the victim might have shot themselves or something. Apparently so. Apparently it's a real story. I mean, people are stupid and they do die in stupid ways. One more in this section. The camera contained over 90 pitch black photos. A helicopter searched for Leah for a week. In the end, all that was found was her camera with a drained battery. The camera contained over 90 pitch black photos. Okay, Leah. The low one is from the 1800s. I mean, people have always been people. People haven't changed. Idiots do be idiots. In was the and killed. So everyone. Oh. Alright then, Cake. Thanks for popping in, and the raid thing is on my screen, so hopefully I'll remember even if you don't come back. If they're still streaming. Lost. Die. Day. I. A. Two. Not. Did not. Her. Went. Under. Until. Happy? No, they're not happy. Hiking. And she got lost. She went hiking in the woods. The forest. Wood. Wood. Hunter. No. Oh, helicopter. I don't know what that word is. By. Sent by the police? Yeah. Leah waved? Late at night. Oh, was she flashing her camera flash at them to try and get them to see her? Yeah. Leo went hiking in the forest and got lost. A helicopter was sent by police to search for Leo above the forest for a week. Late at night, Leo heard the sound of the helicopter and repeatedly took photos towards the sky with her camera, hoping the flash would attract attention. However, until the battery was drained, the helicopter did not notice her signal. In the end, Leo was dragged away by a wild beast. All that was found was her camera. Ah! Sorry, a cat just landed on my head. Hello. All that was found was a camera with a drained battery. The camera contained over 90 pitch black photos. Stories from real news. Using a flashlight to help is just a guess because the girl sadly passed away. We'll never know the real story behind the dark photos. Hey, bud. We've only got one set left to go. Oh no, nearly finished it. Haunted mansion. Have I spilt food down myself, Poppet? He's licking my t-shirt quite intently. Did I spill my dinner down myself? It doesn't look like I did. But your nose is better than my eyes. Inheriting the old family mansion finally provided me with a house of my own, but upon moving in, I discovered that the house was haunted. The house emanated eerie horror, and the absence of neighbours only intensified my daily fear. A few days after moving in, I noticed some wood shavings scattered at my doorstep. To find out what actually happened, I installed a camera at my door. I didn't see a single soul standing at my doorstep, so I believed there was no other option. I had to cook a chicken. I mean, what else would you do, to be fair? When in doubt, you've got to cook a chicken. It's the solution to everything, isn't it? Just cook a chicken. Idea? No. 2 was in at my also me. Right. An app like this, perfect for your daily book. I'm sure there's games like this that are apps. There. He. Oh. That's not how you spell he. He. She. We. They. That's not how you spell they. Sorry, I've got a cat in between my hands and the keyboard. What? Sorry, in between my face and the keyboard. So I can't see the keys. It's not easy. A something door. Ah. He's not trying to help. He's trying to get my attention. Waiting. What was worrying? It's not how you spell worrying. What was concerning? Confusing? Scaring? What was something me was something a something? Ghost? What was haunting me was... After all, to actually right, let's go back to the top. What have we got? There is always nothing. There's always noises. Ah! Kept making noises. I could never see it. Could never catch it. Yes. What would be at the... I mean, were you trying to say noises? Because I just thought you were saying noise. I didn't realise. Favourite? My family? Pouring. Something pouring at my... When I open, there is always something. There is always slamming. Silence. Sounds. No one is there. There is always someone knocking. There's always someone knocking, but when I open the door, no one's there. To vent my frustration. Maybe. Yes. Pecking, not peeking. Is it a woodpecker? So you had to cook a chicken because she wanted to get revenge on all birds everywhere. It's a bit mean. To find out what actually happened, I installed a camera at my door. I didn't see a single soul standing at my doorstep, but a woodpecker pecking at my wooden door. What was haunting me was actually a bird. I could never catch it, and it kept making noises, so I had to believe there was no other option. I had to cook a chicken to vent my frustration. After all, it's also a bird. And then she shows it to the woodpecker and says, "This is what I do to your kind." Chicken was cooked because she was mad at birds. Thank God I'm your pet, not hers. I mean, you're not a bird, dude. It's fine. Ding. Suddenly, I heard the ding of the microwave. I snapped back to reality and to my astonishment found a box of microwavable rice on the bed. I gave a wry smile. Lately I've been up all night, so exhausted that I'm muddled. Suddenly I heard the ding of the microwave. I collapsed to the floor immediately. Right. On the hospital bed? No. When? What? Huh? The. It. To. If. Time. I. A. At. In. By. That. Then. Haha. Is. Ah, if the rice was on the bed, what is in the microwave? On the taking care. No. It's a baby. I snapped back to reality and to my astonishment found a box of microwavable rice on the baby's bed. I gave a wry smile. Lately I've been up all night taking care of the baby. So exhausted that I'm all muddled. Wait, where's my baby? Suddenly I heard the ding of the microwave. If the rice was on the baby bed, then what's in the microwave? I collapsed to the floor immediately. Yeah, that's not ideal. Story's made up, but sadly there have been real news about babies being put in microwaves. I hope this kind of sad thing doesn't happen anymore in the world. I mean, I hope it never happened. I hope that's a lie. Lockpicker. The ambulance arrived and they took a body away. I mean, yeah, sure. Yep. It's all happy stories. It was a late night. Mary was lying in her bed checking the phone. She heard something moving, so she turned on the flashlight on the phone. She saw a man holding a knife. She was in shock, dared not to move a muscle. All she did was closing her eyes and screaming out loud. Later, she opened her eyes. The man disappeared and everything went quiet. 10 minutes later, the ambulance arrived and they took the body away. There's not many words to find in this one. Killed, alright. Yep. It's not in there. Dead. Died. The. And. Way. Who. Why. In. At. On. To. By. What's her name? May. Let's try May. May locked in? Next. Then. Mary called the, I guess, police? No. Yeah, lock picker. Lock. Bed. Her? Bedroom? Tried by. She forgets. To pick lock. I mean, it's lock pick, not pick lock, but sure. Trying. Okay, so she saw in, at, on, to. What's that word? I got it first try. Of her. That. From. Not down. The man was family? No. The man was by the f and s and f. No. Finally? Yes. Singing. Hmm. Looked. Died. Killed. We've tried these. Scared. Yes. The man was startled by the... Did he fall? Building Mary lived in. Window. It was late at night. May was lying in her bed checking on the phone. She heard something moving outside of her window, so she turned on the flashlight on the phone. She saw a man holding a knife outside and trying to pick lock the window. She was in shock and dared not move a muscle. All she did was closing her eyes and screaming out loud. Later she opened her eyes. The man disappeared and everything went quiet. The man was startled by the flashlight and the screaming and finally fell off from the high building May lived in. May called the hospital. 10 minutes later the ambulance arrived and they took the body away. Why are you calling the hospital, you weirdo? Story made me think, how would a turtle scare bad people off? We can't scream. How would a turtle know if the people are bad? Video of horror. As she watched the video, she let out a scream of horror. Jean lived by herself. Recently she felt anxious all the time. I mean, same. She would find solace in watching videos to cope with her anxiety. Same. I am Jean. Jean is me. One day, as she was about to finish one of the videos, she let out a scream of horror. Right after the scream, she stopped breathing. Okay, I'm not dead yet. So, killed. No. Jean. She. And the. How do you know I'm not Frosty? I mean, Frosty is all powerful. You don't know what Frosty is capable of. Was from had had someone been like stalking her, so she was watching like surveillance videos? I don't know how you spell surveillance. Security. Yes. Followed. Yeah. Jean lived by herself. Recently, she felt as if someone had been stalking her, so she was anxious all the time. She would find solace in watching security videos from her front door camera to cope with her anxiety. One day, as she was about to finish one of her security videos, she let out a scream of horror, because the video showed a stranger following her into her house. Right after the scream, the stranger appeared, covering Jean's mouth. After some desperate struggle, she stopped breathing. I'm speedrunning some of them. It is really important to make sure to lock the door when living alone. My cats are not brilliant guard cats. Danger in the apartment. In the morning, the table made me so terrified I turned pale. I mean, tables do be doing that. Recently, I moved into a small apartment. In the morning, I sat at the table and looked at the picture I'd taken yesterday. It made me so terrified I turned pale. The next day, I got some empty beer bottles from my neighbour. At night, I couldn't help worrying what would happen if it wasn't for those bottles. I guess I would probably be in danger. I don't live in an apartment building, and I've got a doorbell. I live in a house. I live in a village, so I live in a house. Recently, right, and it is nice. I've lived in many, many flats and apartments and things. It's really nice to be in my own little house now. Take was that this in out of it to from there no they if could where by photo never hate have do you know what we haven't tried? No. Took a picture of the table. Why have I taken a pic? Why did I take a picture of the table? Table is different from the picture. Could someone have entered place them while you are correct. Would if anyone comes in, they would knock over the bottles. and make a sound. At night, I was woken up by the sound of bottles and found myself something. Sleep? Ah! Well done. Sleepwalking, was it? Is it sleepwalking? Ah. Dreams. What? The table was... standing in on at ha window door doorstep. Table was moved. Recently, I moved into a small apartment. These past few days, stuff on my table looked like they were moved by others, so I took a picture of the table before I went to bed. In the morning, I sat at the table and looked at the picture I'd taken yesterday, realising the table was different from the picture. It made me so terrified I turned pale. Could someone have entered my apartment while I was asleep? The next day, I got some empty beer bottles from the neighbour and placed them upside down at the doorstep and below the windows. If anyone comes in, they would knock over the bottles and make a sound. At night, I was woken by the sound of bottles and found myself standing at my doorstep. It turned out I was sleepwalking, and the stuff on the table was moved by me while I was sleepwalking. I couldn't help wondering what would happen if it wasn't for those bottles. I guess I would probably sleepwalk outside and be in danger. Sleepwalking can be dangerous. See the bottles on my shelf? I got them from my neighbours after I read the story. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, sure. Unbreakable lock. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. I live in a regular apartment, leading a peaceful life. Suddenly, starting from one day, the door lock has never opened again. I repeatedly tried to unlock the door, but I can't open it no matter what. Neighbours often pass by in the hallway, and in my desperation I pound on the door and cry for help, but they just ignore me. I can't leave the house, and I haven't eaten for countless days. There is food in the centre of the living room, although it has been there for some time. It is not poisonous, but I don't want to eat. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. I mean, we all do that, F-Gems. Okay, so... I am... There's not many words. To the and that this if by me my which is my favourite? No. One day my 2 in. So locked. Turn. Then. I am a ghost. I am a man. I am a woman. Since then. With. I am a pig. I am a pea pot. I am a poo. I am a pie. I am a put. I am a pit. Oh? No. Just pit. I mean, it's like the previous story, innit? Pet! No. Oh no. Oh no. This one's sad. There is food in the centre of the living room, which is my owner's body. Oh. No. I'm a pet dog living in a regular apartment with my owner, leading a peaceful life. Suddenly, starting from one day, my owner collapsed in the centre of the living room, and since then the door lock has never opened again. I repeatedly try and unlock the door, but I can't open it no matter what. Neighbours often pass by in the hallway, and in my desperation I pound on the door and cry for help, but they just ignored me. I can't leave the house, and I haven't eaten for countless days. There is food in the centre of the living room, which is my owner's body. Although it has been there for some time, it's not poisonous, but I don't want to eat. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. Oh, the poor doggo. Oh, someone needs to respond to him. After reading this story, I immediately created a life check program for myself just in case. Not because I have a pet, but to wipe out my browsing history. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that should be the first thing anyone does. If any of your friends pass away suddenly, first thing you do, delete their browser history. Friends don't let friends' parents see their browser history. Tiger in the nightmare. This one's about a tiger. This one will be a happy one. These days I keep having the same bad dream. Yeah, definitely happy. These days I keep having the same bad dream and I woke up feeling sore all over. I dreamt of myself being hunted by a tiger. One night I woke up from the middle of the nightmare. So it was all because of this kid living across the street. I went to his house and told him to stop. No more nightmares ever since. I mean, that's basically the whole story, isn't it? We haven't got many words again. I, A, and his. Nay! Hello, 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 and hello, Raiders! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in! Yay, the naysay army! Whoop, 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 whoop. Raiding from Hellblade, Sayuna's Sacrifice. Why did I delete Deathclaw's message? Ah, okay, I see. because it's auto-delete the shout-out. Hello, 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 hello! For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Suzaki. I am a variety streamer. Today, I am playing... You're awakened from the lurk. Today, I'm playing a game called Turlock Holmes. It is a game I got for free via Keymailer. So thank you very much there. We have to, and I want you guys' help because we've been struggling a little bit. We have to guess what words are missing from the story to reveal what the story is. So, please, 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 audience participation is very much encouraged. Here, I'm at the moment, so hang on. Let's go back to the situation. The situation is... These days, I kept having the same bad dream and woke up feeling sore all over. I dreamt of myself being hunted by a tiger. One night, I woke up from the middle of the nightmare. So it was all because of the kid living across the street. I went to his house and told him to stop. No more nightmares ever since. And we have to work out what's going on. How are you all, by the way? How are you, Nay? How was your stream? How is everything? And did the frosty Nay say not work? Did the shout out not? I think it worked. Anyway, how is everything? Right, what words haven't I tried? It. Was a kid the cause of a nightmare? I mean, I guess so. This is all I know. It was all because of a kid living across the street. Maybe that's he used. Used. So the red words are like the really vital words. If we get all the red words, everything else is revealed. Thank you for the follow! What do I call you? K-Wolf? Wolf? What do you like to be called? K-Wolf. Excellent. I shall call you that then. There was that. Like I say, if anyone's got any ideas, shout them out. It. Big. No, not big. 2. In. At. I forget which words I've tried. Of. Or. By. His. Him. Not. The number of dots after the letters are how many letters there are in the word, and the length of the bit of paper covering the word is correct. So you can tell how long the words are. And I can use hints if we need to. Me. Oh, yes! Good. It's Times New Roman. Quite possibly. My. Ha. I mean, tiger, yeah? No. Yes! The fact that you can kind of see the edge of the paper sometimes, and yeah. On? Ah! Onto my back? Does that say back? Ah! Body? And front. Making? Murloc, obviously. It's always worth... Everything's worth a shot. Have we tried killed? The picture, by the way, that's getting revealed might give hints. I think I tried front. Own? Moving? Ah, moving. Around? Ha. Fourth. Nice, K-Wolf. There was a red... Is there red lights? Red dots. You got it, K-Wolf. Well done. My cat was drawn. We got it. Well done. I was nowhere near working that one out. These days I kept having the same bad dream and woke up feeling sore all over. I dreamt of myself being hunted by a tiger. One night I woke up from the middle of the nightmare. There was a red dot on me moving back and forth, and my cat jumped on my... moving around, and my cat jumped on my body back and forth. So it was all because of the kid living across the street. He used his laser pointer to point at me, and my cat was drawn by that red dot and followed it onto my body. I went to his house and told him to stop. No more nightmares ever since. That one is quite a funny one. We've had all sorts of... I mean, we've had babies in microwaves. Oh, there be ads starting. For those who don't know, I generally take a break when there's ads. I advise you to do the same, or you can sit and watch the clips, or you can sit and watch the ads. It is up to you. I will see you in a few minutes. Ads want to play. Oh, no! Oh, shit. I mean, very, very much not. There be cones. Ah! Oh! Okay, well that's new. Ha ha ha! Have I broken the game? Like 3 seconds in. Sad to read. That's why I think it would have been better if I didn't exist. I don't want to write this hello diary anymore because I see no point. Honestly, I see no point in writing here either. I feel so bad that the only thing I can do is draw to distract myself from everything. Just as sassy as five-legged cats, indeed. Indeed. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, Sam, I said grab the rope. I said grab the rope. I was trying to drink some moonshine.
And have faith that she will guide me.
What are these lights? Are they anything that I can do?
Another bowl bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Dudes, Tiggy's up there. Euclids.
Another trial to judge the mettle
Euclids.
of Lady Shah's initiates. This one would test their ability to navigate her sacred darkness.
Euclids. Hey! Goodness. I'm back. We're running out of these. In a real news story, a woman always woke up in exhaust caused by cats. I mean, anyone who owns cats doesn't get a good night's sleep. So, there's that. The screaming chicken. It was so loud that the whole building could hear it. Late at night, Wade was lying on the floor trying to get some sleep. The kid living next door was squeezing a screaming rubber chicken. It was so loud that the whole building could hear it. But Wade was quite happy about it. The next day, two strangers took Wade away. Wade couldn't be happier. This one's a weird one. Wade. Thought so. Killed. No. Is Wade a dog? No. Day. Did. Police. No. Puppy. Nope. And the do two. Oh. Took then from because don't know what that word is. Trying to be K-Wolf. A. At. 2. In. Could. His. Shelter? You seem fixed on the fact that he's a dog. I don't think he's a dog. I tried dog. Dog wasn't a thing. B. Buy. Apartment. Ah. Wade was something in his apartment. Something to something something. Nope. He. That. He knew that. Time. Team. Ah! Easily. Noise. Due to be, due to go, due to his, due to, Wade was locked. Ah! Wade was trapped in his apartment due to, whoa, it collapsing. An earthquake. And the noise could easily be heard by the rescue team. We got it! Wade was trapped in his apartment due to an earthquake. Late at night, Wade was lying on the floor. That's why he was on the floor. Trying to get some sleep. The kid living next door was squeezing the screaming rubber chicken. It was so loud the whole building could hear it. But Wade was quite happy about it because he knew that the noise could easily be heard by the rescue team. The next day, 2 strangers from the rescue team took Wade away from the danger. Wade couldn't be happier. I mean, it's not... No one's died that we know about. So it's not the darkest story we've had. It's not... Look, we've had a baby in a microwave. So that's our level for dark stories. Have we finished all these stories? We have. That means we've only got the underground. Go back to the underground. So, for anyone who wasn't here yesterday... No, the dog didn't eat. The dog didn't want to eat the owner. The dog said they didn't want to. So, for anyone who wasn't here yesterday, this is a completely different type of story. Where basically we have been... This is the first one. As my mind returned to me, I saw myself lying on the floor of a dimly lit small grocery store. Just a moment ago, I was staring at a yellow dog on the street, and now I find myself here. Where am I? And basically, you click on these words, and you go to different... Like, we kind of jump around the timeline. But you have to spend red mushrooms to jump around the timeline, and I ran out of them. So I had to go back and play all those other games to get back to here. So, this one said, just shut up. I walked towards the gate. I'll go back for my spam. Wait, is that light? The boy stared deep into the market. Let's check it out. I'd always been alone ever since the wandering, but it wouldn't hurt to check a few shops for potential supplies, so I cautiously followed behind him. I would ditch him and run for my safety if anything went wrong. As we approached the light, it became clear to me that the light came from a grocery store. Back when everything was in order. This was where we used to buy our nighttime snacks. The store was left unattended but still lit up, and somehow the store managed to survive the chaos and showed perfect intactness with our reflection on the glass in one piece. Food could be found here. Even luckier, the boy opened the unlocked door with an easy push and I followed. The mess and dirt on the shelf indicated the store had been vacant for quite a while. After our search over the store, we found supplies in large quantities, mostly canned goods that could be stored for ages. It appeared the owner had prepared well for the Doomsday event, but for some reason he left his fortress for something else. Lucky us. Now the fortress was our fortune. The joy led to a total concentration on inventory. The underground couldn't see the sun go up and down, so we lost track of time. Until midnight, my phone check reminded me how late it was. The boy suggested we take turns sleeping. I wouldn't let the Tuffy incident happen to me again, so I pillowed my backpack, the only thing I had, and tied it to my wrist. When I woke up, he was still taking inventory. A blanket was on me. The last time I slept with a blanket was... I couldn't remember when. Where did you find a blanket? The quilt shop next door. Same as this one. The owner left, and everything in it was still there. He pointed at the mattress on the ground with a little smug. I got us 2 mattresses as well. The abundance of food and the blankets offered me something I hadn't felt in a long time. Comfort. I wanted to stay here forever, in this 50-foot square store, a harbour, amidst the messed up reality. So, the yellow words are places we haven't been yet. Bits of the story we haven't been to yet. So, let's go canned. And now we're in idea. What's this? Canned food? The boy selected a tin can from our provisions. The image on the can portrayed a turtle with a sinister grin. That's the Turlock canned food, some sort of canned turtle soup produced by the same firm that developed the game and probably named after the game as well. A peek at the can was enough for me to answer the question. This is getting very meta. I've never seen this before. Do you want to try it? Don't. I grabbed it away from him. It stinks. You can't even imagine how horrible it is. Call it a biohazard weapon if you want. My words sparked an idea within me suddenly. We could spread it outside of the grocery store and all the way to the roller gate of the market. The stench would drive away any living creature, leaving us much safer. It's a crazy thought, but perhaps any reasonable idea in this wild world would sound unbelievable. We devised a plan and armed ourselves with a mop and armfuls of Turlock as we ventured outside the store. I mean, clearly I'm clicking Turlock. Game. We sorted out the supplies in the small supermarket. So this comes in between the two we've just read. We sorted out the supplies in the small supermarkets and then went through the other shops in the underground market. Because it's close to the school, the shops in the underground market are mostly arcades, copy shops, or coffee shops, so nothing much could be useful to us. Despite this, the boy insisted on listing all the supplies and building a system to organise and categorise them. It took us a couple of days. Searching for various supplies was like a scavenger hunt, while the inventory was tedious. Worse yet, we, 2 total strangers, did the inventory. So if anything made it worse other than more inventory, it was the awkwardness between us. I wouldn't say I liked the boredom, so I suggested a game I always played with Tuffy. Let's play a game called Turlock. It's like a lateral thinking puzzle. I'm going to give you a story. A woman took 1 spoon of the soup. Sean interrupted it and said, I've heard of it. She killed herself. Not that one. The woman took 1 spoon of the soup, another spoon, and another spoon after that. Why is that? Intrigued, he asked, was something wrong with the soup? I responded, no. Did she do anything after the tasting? He followed up. No. Many denials came from me to reply to his question, but that didn't wear him down. After countless questions from him, he finally asked, did she know she had already drank the soup before she took the next spoon? It was the key to this puzzle. I revealed the full story. A witch specialising in making a potion of oblivion got curious one day about what her potion tasted like, so she cooked a bowl of soup using her precious potion. Each spoonful she took could make her forget she had already consumed the soup, prompting her to take another spoon because she wanted to know what it tasted like. Thus, an unbreakable cycle. I mean, except for normally, when you eat soup, you do eat 1 spoon and then another spoon and then another spoon. That's how you eat soup. Fascinating. He got pumped up, different from his usual listless mood. This was the first time I saw a cheerful face on him. Do you have more puzzles? He asked eagerly. It's called Turlock because it's from a game called Turlock Holmes. I read tons of stories like that from it. Alright, here's a new one. It was a hot summer day. My dog wanted to go out. These stories from Turlock Holmes freed us from boredom, and the inventory was more accessible with the awkwardness gone. After we finished counting, the boy believed the supplies from the grocery store could support the 2 of us for more than a year. It's got very meta. I mean, it doesn't say doing it for eternity, and surely the soup would run out at some point. Like, the woman took one spoon of the soup, another spoon, and another spoon after that. Why is that? I mean, because she's eating soup. Cycle. Yes. Woo! Nearly at the end. Okay, but we've already done all the ones in this one, so I'm not going to read through it. If you want to see the others, have a look at my VOD. And also, it will be up on YouTube at some point. Right, what else have we got to click on here? Owner. Yes. After the sun went up, it shone on the Turlock juice. The evaporation made the stench way more unbearable than before. The Turlock was a special treat in Southernia, a country located at the South Pole, as you do. During Southernia's winter, food was scarce, with turtle meat being one of the few exceptions that could be preserved. This meat could be transformed into soup and fermented, allowing it to last for a long time. Therefore, canned turtle soup, known as the Turlock, was considered a treasure by the locals despite its pungent odour. In our current circumstances, we too viewed it as a valuable asset and didn't find it repulsive at all. This canned food was more than just a means of preservation. It was also an effective weapon, with the stench symbolising safety. I'd never met the store owner, but I believed he was our saviour. Nothing would have happened if it was not for his little shop. Days ago, I was forced to wander after Taffy's betrayal, struggling to survive against robbers and dogs. I mean, I've got no idea what's going on. There's, like, bonkers rabies happening, and that's why the apocalypse is a thing. Some of the grey words have become yellow. Yet today I could stay in a stable, safe shelter with abundant food and a kind, reliable companion. After spilling the turtle soup, we walked back to the grocery store. It suddenly felt like going back home. Tears couldn't help welling up in my eyes and poured down my face. Tears that did not come back in the darkest days, but watered down now. Did not come out back in the darkest days, but watered down now. Are you all right? Sean came over to me with a comforting smile, patting my arms gently and holding my hand. I could feel his firm grasp on my hand. Warmth flowed through my heart as he tried to calm me down. I wiped away my tears and turned to look at him. I saw no one. He was gone. I looked around in confusion. There was no sign of him at all. He vanished without any sound of footsteps, without any panting breath, nothing. The street was empty and quiet, with only the sound of the wind blowing through the leaves of the trees. It was as if Sean had evaporated into thin air. Did Sean exist? Could it be a hallucination? But only seconds ago I felt his firm grasp on my hand. I swear it was real. He saw me as vulnerable, and he took care of me. He comforted me with his gentle voice, which I didn't expect would be the last words Sean ever said to me. So, do we click on... Yeah. Okay, but that just took us... Oh, wait, what? No, this is a new one. It was me. I was the sick psycho who spread Turlock juice everywhere. Ironically, even though I poured the juice yesterday, it felt like a century ago. Yet when I first met Sean, the memory felt as fresh as yesterday. At the same time, the city had long lost its sanitation services. The garbage was piling up like mountains on the streets. Among those mountains, I was looking for anything useful when a gang, fully armed, walked towards me arrogantly. These robbers emerged after the incident, making people more unsettled than the virus. It's a good thing that I noticed him early on. With that amount of ammunition, I would never have had any chance to run if I had hesitated even a second. Luckily, a perfect escape route was there for me. Downward stairs leading to an underground market. I pushed through the rubbish pile and darted towards the stairs in no time. But haste led to missteps. I tripped and fell down the stairs. Tumbling and tumbling until something stopped me. The roller gate to the market. The shutdown now seemed like a dead end, and I had nowhere to escape. The pain from my sprained ankle kept me grounded, unable to check the gang's whereabouts. Anxiety, pain, and the cold of the metal gates didn't offer me any solace. I broke down, tears streaming in silence. Suddenly the gate creaked open along with a loud noise. A boy stood tall, thin, and bespectacled, holding a mop. And he was surprisingly clean. Amid this chaos, no one looked clean, but he was an exception, untouched by the surrounding disaster. He dropped the mop and reached out to me, asking, "Are you all right?" That was the first word Sean ever said to me. I mean, that's confusing because you spread the Turlock all over the place with Sean. There's some wibbly wobbly timey-wimey shenanigans going on here. Right, let's go to betrayal. What words? Suitcase. Yes. In the distance, a figure resembling someone emerged from a pile of garbage. The clothes on the person were somewhat familiar. The face, however, took me a few seconds to identify. I mean, we're all confused, K-Wolf. I might read through the whole thing at some point in order. We'll see how late it is by the time we finish. It was Taffy, my old roommate. Our eyes fixed upon each other. We were probably thinking about the same thing. She'd taken the suitcase filled with food and left me alone on the street while I was sleeping. The awkwardness was lifted by her speaking up. Betty, you should be more cautious of this underground market. Someone told me a dog sneaked in. A dog? In the underground market? Dogs could never pass through the fully closed roller gates, but now that it was half open for some reason. The first thing that came to my head was Sean. He was probably still hiding in the market. I had to warn him. I rushed straight into the market to find Sean. Taffy seemed shocked by my sudden move, but she remained silent. There's no yellow words here. Okay. Chase. The city in the wasteland lost its capability to produce any light pollution. Still, it shone through countless stars in the Milky Way. The view of the stars relaxed my nerve from the pain in my sprained ankle. Taking a deep breath to soothe myself, I realised how fresh the air was on the other side of the roller gates. For a second, I wished time would stand still. But Sean's voice from behind me broke out of my thoughts. "What are you doing?" Sean asked, panting heavily from running. "Trying to escape to Southernia?" "No, I just wanted to see if the game updated." "Risking your life for a stupid game, what's wrong with you?" He scolded me in a hushed tone. Before I could talk back, he snatched my backpack and ran towards the underground. "What's wrong with you? What did you rob my backpack for?" I chased him, but he was running too fast. I could only scream at his back. "Keep your voice down. Dogs might hear us," he exclaimed, turning towards me. But it was too late. A blood yellow shape approached us with the speed of a lightning bolt. I saw it. Sean saw it too. Run. That was the last words Sean ever said to me. I'm getting very confused. Sprained. Oh, this is straight after that. Okay. Panically. Don't think that's a word. I dragged my painful left foot and ran desperately back to the underground market, but Sean didn't follow me through the roller gate. Alone, I was helpless in the grocery store on a quiet night as a breathtaking sound from the roller gate suddenly broke the quietness. It was Sean. I saw him enter the gate. Oh, the timeline is a complete mess. I saw him enter the gate when I was about to look for him with a mop in my hand. What a relief. It seemed like his left ankle had also been sprained, perhaps on the stairs. He didn't say anything and lay down, completely ignoring me. He was in a bad mood for sure. I felt so terrible, I didn't even know what to say. I guessed I could only apologise in the morning. For now, all I could do was trying to get some sleep, but the unease made it elusive with so much going on in my head. In the morning, Sean's body was hanging on the ceiling. Memories. I entered the grocery store. Sean wasn't in his usual spot. Where had he gone? Where had he vanished? Sitting down while plugging my phone to charge, I saw a weird shadow floating above me. I looked above. There he was, Sean, hanging on the ceiling, killed himself on the fan with a string of wire. And I knew the reason why. As the scene of Sean being dead burst into my vision, all the memories came rushing back to me, flooding me with their dark coldness. It was all coming back to me, but I couldn't take it. I remembered how we first met. I sprained my ankle, but Sean gave me his hand. But how did we end up like this? I couldn't take it. Sean let me stay at the grocery store and we played Turlock together every day. My heart is tormented with all the happy memories we used to have. I couldn't take it. We were living so well together. How did things become worse? We had conflicting opinions and we had a big fight. I spilled the Turlock all over. I sneaked out of the shelter in the middle of the night. But Sean caught me on the street and snatched my backpack. How did we end up like this? I couldn't take it. I clasped my head desperately. Sean fought with the dog to protect me. He was bitten by the dog because of me. And then he died. I remembered it all. But I couldn't take any of it. He died because of my fault. I felt overwhelmed, struggling to breathe, my head pounding. I fell heavily to the ground. I think he hung himself because he'd been bitten by the dog, and it's like a zombie apocalypse, but with rabies. So if you get bitten by the dog, or by a dog, you're gonna turn into, like, basically a zombie. And bite other people. So presumably that's why. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would help you much to have been here yesterday and heard all the other bits of the story. It's no less confusing. I'd been fortunate to meet a great friend in the post-apocalypse world, but how did things turn worse over time? What if everything had happened the other way around? Lying on the ground, fragments of my memory began to rearrange in reverse order. As the train of reality moved forward, all I could see now was the view outside the train, moving in the opposite direction as reality did. We could have started with him snatching my bag, followed by a big fight. We could have been friends through that disagreement. Then we might have spilled a few cans of Turlock as a defensive weapon, probably inspired by the puzzle game we played together. Ultimately, he would give me his hand and everything went black. Sean vanished because I had no memory of him before we met. Dreams would come to an end, and Sean still cast a long shadow on the ground, with his body suspended from the ceiling. He hadn't vanished, he's here and he's dead. I couldn't take it. Everything went black before my eyes, my mind kept sinking into a dark, deep pit. Before losing consciousness, I thought of a Turlock game I played with Sean. I wished the potion of oblivion was real, and I wished I could take a sip. I just want to forget everything. Okay, so that's why we've had some sections of story that are like the same but not quite the same. Yeah, so there is kind of a time loop thing going on where, because we had the thing where he snatched her backpack and that was how they met. We had that yesterday, but then today we had he snatched her backpack and that was how things ended. So yeah, interesting. Very weird memories. I rushed through the roller gates. This time I needed to make sure the door was fully shut. The market was eerily silent as always. I cautiously treaded my path, searching for any sight of the dog on the way to the grocery store. No trace of dogs of any sort had been spotted yet. I'd been lucky enough so far. Upon reaching the grocery store, I grabbed the mop, intending to use it as a defensive weapon. Everything was in the same place at the store. No sign of dogs being there either. Sean was not in his usual spot either. After a thorough check and confirmation of the absence of dogs, Taffy may have fooled me once again. Nonetheless, I was finally relieved about the dogs, but I needed to find out where Sean was. Could he go out looking for me? Anxiety flooded my mind. How could he be safe on the streets when the only weaponish tool, the mop, was in my hand? Probably I should go out and find him, but what if he returned when I was out? It's a vicious cycle of thoughts in my head. Final thought. I will go seek Sean with the mop. Before I head out, I left a note on my phone. Sean, I went out looking for you. Stay exactly where you are. Please wait for me. We found that note on the phone earlier. And didn't know why it was there. And I needed first to charge it and put it somewhere where he could notice. Maybe put it on a sign. What could I use as a sign? I started to look all over the store. That's when I saw Sean's body hanging on the ceiling. A shocking view I somehow ignored when I was occupied with dog checking. Sean was dead. Once again, all the dark memories came rushing back. All of this had happened before. Even the discovery of Sean's body more than several times. Every time I would be sucked into the dark abyss of my memory, torn between the harsh reality and my inability to accept it. Eventually I was swallowed by the abyss and fainted without any memory of the present, and the loop started anew. Ooh, but we've still got more ankle. Guilt. Okay, we lived underground where the sun was never seen, so I no longer paid attention to time. I didn't know how long we'd been living together, but after so many puzzles we played together and so many questions we asked, I felt like I'd known him for a very long time. This is, yeah, we use the mushrooms we collected in the other game mode to work our way through this story. But it's very wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, Groundhog Day, loop, but not identical loop. We're all very confused is the thing, F-Gems. Sean was a practical person, therefore his suicide was practically simple, no suicide notes, but the reason was shown by the bite mark on his left ankle. Last night, when I rushed back, he fought off the dog, buying time for me which got him bitten. I guessed he already had a plan when he returned to the store, but he remained silent. Sean was a pessimistic person. The raid people's virus was known to be incurable. They also say the virus could make one lose sanity, but the exact behaviours remain unknown. He didn't want to suffer the process, nor did he want to risk passing the virus to me. Ever since we lived together, he didn't say anything, but I could tell from his actions all he did was take care of me. The world is now filled with deceit and betrayal. No one gave me a helping hand, but Sean let me in. Sean was a stupid person. He shouldn't have let me in from the beginning. Should have left me out to die. He had an excellent chance to survive this apocalypse with his sophisticated mind, all those supplies, and a safe shelter. If he hadn't met me, if he hadn't left the shelter to search for me, if he hadn't fought the dog to buy time for me, he would have lived. Now he's dead. In this chaotic world, I don't have anyone anymore. I looked around the store. The shelves were still full of cans, and Sean stored supplies. They now meant nothing to me. Sean was my only friend. He died because of my fault. It made me not want to live anymore. Seen a similar concept somewhere? Yeah, I don't suppose it's like a completely new concept, but it's good nonetheless. I rummaged around the grocery store. No knives, weapons or rope. Sean used the last wire strings. However, it was not hard to attempt to die in this world. The hardest part was to live. Everything on the streets could be lethal, so all I needed to do was to leave this underground market and step outside onto the street. We need more yellow words. Fight. See here, this is like the other side, where they had a big fight and that's how they met. Bring it on. The fan stopped working. When something stopped working in the post-apocalyptic world, it stopped working for good. Any stink would only worsen things in a room with no air circulation underground. So everything was deteriorating due to the pungent smell of Turlock's canned food. But we'd grown accustomed to that, as Sean planned that we should have this for basically every meal. Why don't we try other food? Maybe we could try some canned spam. Please, I pleaded with him. Turlock comprises the majority of our food storage. It's ideal to have something different only once a week if we intend to sustain ourselves long term, Sean said, still all rational but lacking empathy. We're supposed to finish one can of food before opening the next. Why can't you stick to that? You can't. You can't have set rules about how I have my meals. I got annoyed by him and cracked 3 cans of Turlock simultaneously. The stench was way too much to tolerate, and I made it even more disgusting by poking at it. What about another story? Sean tried to avoid where the conversation was leading. But no more stories. I've exhausted all the stories from the game, and even made up a bunch of puzzles derived from movies, urban legends, comedies, or stories from my childhood. Now there was nothing on my mind. No more puzzles. Maybe we should go up there. I wanted some new stories as well. What if the internet went back on? They might update something new on the app. Have you lost it? I took him by surprise. He said, there's no way that could happen. The game developer was from Southern. I heard some rumours saying they have good control over the virus. What if we fled to Southernia? That is a really hard word to say. Cut it out. That's not going to happen, Sean said with certainty. That rumour exists only because of the bad news that Southern can't travel anywhere due to the internet malfunctioning. The whole world is in chaos. There's no place to run to. You don't know that. He struck my nerve. Ever since it happened, all you've ever done was hiding in this dark store eating canned food. How could you possibly know what it's like out there? I became increasingly angry as I was making my speech, and one of the Turlocks tumbled by me accidentally. Panicking, I stood up and knocked over 2 more cans. All the juice and turtle meat spilled all over the floor. Sean said nothing. I knew he wanted to. He mopped the mess in silence, but the mopping only exacerbated the putrid smell. And like that, the 2 of us endured wordlessly the stench and the noise from the broken fan in the grocery store. This marked our first fight. It felt destined to occur, for Sean is a realist who needs only Turlock cans, while I was not. I need Turlock stories. At night, Sean was asleep. I grabbed my backpack, slipped my phone into my pocket, and quietly sneaked out of the grocery store. When Sean opened his eyes in the morning, I would come back with some new stories. Harbour. So there's definitely two different versions of this story going on kind of at once. It's very weird. Harbour. As we ventured deeper into the illuminated expanse of the underground market, the surroundings began to seem more familiar to me. This was the grocery store near campus. During our school days, we would come down here for nighttime snacks. When we entered the grocery store, I realised this place was a perfect sanctuary. With the roller gate preventing the entry of dogs and a variety of supplies in the grocery store, this was a haven. Sean even got smug about the place. I used to run this place. This is my store. And I stored a whole bunch of supplies after the virus outbreak. I did the math. These supplies can last for years, so it's okay for you to stay here. Wow, this is paradise, I exclaimed happily. Is there a lock on the gate? Sadly, no, he said, shaking his head. The gate can keep dogs at bay. They don't know how to open it. But for robbers, all I have is a mop. When you made that knock, I thought it was someone going to rob me. Now that we're not alone, we could take shifts to look out for any possible threats. Hungry? He opened a can and handed it to me. The last time I ate something was 2 days ago, so my starvation could not resist his offer. After 2 months of wandering, a harbour to stay with sufficient supplies was worth all my gratefulness to him. Game. So we're definitely getting like the opposite sides of the story. It's very confusing. After settling down in the supermarket, I got why Sean was so neat and completely different from the others on the street. It was because of everything in the grocery shop, plenty of food, water, and most importantly, spare time. However, too much spare time led to boredom, which I could not stand. On the other hand, Sean acted like a silent old tree, always sitting quietly in the corner. I needed something to break the silence when the stench of the Turlock in the storage reminded me of a little game. Have you played a game named Turlock? I asked. Sean said, never heard of it. I explained. So, I will tell a strange story, like a man sitting at a restaurant and ordering turtle soup. He took one spoon and killed himself. Now, you can ask me questions to figure out why he did it, and I will only answer yes or no. Sean said, did the soup taste weird? No. Did he have this kind of soup in the past? No, but you have asked a crucial one. What? What's up, K-Wolf? I'm waiting. Maybe. I mean, Sean exists in both loops, but I don't know if Sean is experiencing the loop or if it's only her experiencing the loop. He did say he heard a story about soup. That is true. That's true. But he didn't say they'd met before. Interesting. Many words of denial came to me to answer Sean's question, but that didn't wear him down. After countless questions from him, he finally gathered some clues, so I revealed the full story. He might remember some parts. Yeah, maybe. Like she remembers some parts. Like the memories only come back sometimes. The man was trapped on a deserted island with his girlfriend and no food. The girlfriend used her flesh to cook soup for the man to fight hunger, telling him it was made of turtle. And in the end, the girl died and the man survived. In the restaurant, the man ordered turtle soup and realised it tasted different from the one his girlfriend had made. So all the pieces came together in his head and the truth killed him. It's a bad story, he commented. She sacrificed herself so he could live. How could he kill himself and waste her effort? Out of guilt. He should cherish his life even more if it was out of guilt. After all, being alive is more important than anything else, Sean said. It's just a story. His rationale ruined the game for me. Maybe we shouldn't play anymore if you don't like it. No, come on. Let's do one more. Where did you read all these stories? Oh, wait. Wait. And Sean, in the other timeline, killed himself to save her. And then she was like, well, now I'm guilty. Now I feel really guilty. So I want to end my life too. And it's like, It's called Turlock because it's from a game called Turlock Holmes. I read tons of stories like that from it. Alright, here's a new one. It was a hot summer day. My dog wanted to go out. He wasn't the best guy to play with, but I had to find something to occupy my spare time. And one after another, we played many Turlock puzzles, for I'm still determining how long. This isolated safe harbour could easily make me lose track of time. Edge of Tomorrow. What's that? Is that like when you die, you go back to the beginning? Soup! It's a movie. Right. But choice now. The yellow dog, its front leg freshly injured, came at me in its most ferocious form. I wondered if Sean had hurt its leg with the roller gate while he was stalling for me. Barking and barking, as showing its fangs, it got closer and closer to me, so close that I could feel its breath and drool. How could you give up on yourself? Stay alive. As if Sean was speaking in my mind. That was Sean's stand on the first Turlock puzzle we played together. Staying alive is more important than anything else. It's a good one about a time loop. I do like time travel-y, fiction-y stuff. And how different places, different stories cope with the paradoxes of time travel and stuff. But I can't do it without a partner, I explained to the imaginary Sean. You'd managed to do it before you met me, right? I gave up arguing with the imaginary Sean. He would never understand. He'd come into my life, and now he was gone as if nothing had changed. But inside of me, nothing would ever be the same. A significant part of my heart was irreparably broken. Whenever I felt the void, I knew it was punishing me for being alive. So with my eyes closed, I reached out to the dog, making the same choice as the man did in the turtle soup story. I just want to end the heartbreak. Oh, I have seen that one! With those alien things that make you... Yeah, start the day again if you die. Yes! Right. Names. The boy shut the gate after helping me through it. I'm Sean, a postgraduate from the nearby Ocean University. I was supposed to have gotten my master's degree by now. He attempted to make things less awkward after the gate shut and the light had gone out. Sean, I've seen the name somewhere. Were you one of Professor Pam's postgraduates? I asked. Yes. Sean replied, where did you see my name? On my computer, I answered. In her lab. There was a tag with your name on my computer. I guess I inherited your old one. I'm Betty, in the third year of my undergraduate study. Ah, a fellow labmate. Professor Pam was always so thrifty. Couldn't even get you a new computer, Sean said, grinning. My old computer had an electrical leakage on that very spot, so I put a tag on it to prevent someone from getting a shock. And I did! Right after I removed the tag, I said. So you were behind that warning tag. The conversation lasted only briefly, but enough for us to get to know each other's names. Professor Pam, the old computer, the lab. It had only been months ago, but those months felt like a lifetime ago for us. Okay. What? Don't think I've seen this one before. My mind stagnated and I needed several deep breaths after seeing the footage. Slowly the situation gradually became clearer, revealing the truth. It was like something that would only happen in a film. Another person had grown out of me. Another personality had grown out of me. I guessed it had something to do with everything I'd been through, and the original personality couldn't take it anymore. I opened the note app, intending to leave a new message. Hello. I'm the alternate personality residing in this body. I've been trying to leave this market, but each time I do, I become you. And for some reason, you would always come back here, and that's when you would become me. We've been stuck in this cycle multiple times. Please leave a message and tell me why you would repeatedly return to this place. It felt strange to leave a message for oneself. How to address the beginning part seemed perplexing. Hi you, I'm you, seemed wrong. A simple hello became the final solution. It hit me that the message was not from Sean, but from my other personality to Sean, as the name Sean was mentioned at the beginning of the message instead of the end. The second check confirmed my idea. So I supposed the other personality was looking for Sean relentlessly, and that was probably why she would always come back to this underground market. She didn't know Sean had died. I wished I could be like her. This is not surprising. If it were me who disappeared, Sean would surely keep looking for me tirelessly. At this moment, I suddenly missed Sean intensely, even though I knew he had already died. Meanwhile, my alter ego remains oblivious to this fact. Thinking about this, I suddenly felt envious of her. Well, I mean, but we've still got her meeting Sean twice. Like, she meets Sean 2 different times. I don't know. Does Sean know there's like 2 of her? 2 personalities? I don't know. I stood against the shelves, watching all the Turlock canned food tumble down onto the floor. Sean was very wise. He stored tons of Turlock, which is one of the most useful supplies to get through the crisis. However, just getting through the crisis required more than just adequate supplies. One needs something beyond canned food. A reason to stay alive. Something I didn't have anymore. But she does. Final. I stood up on the counter, loosened the wire on Sean's body, and placed him at the quilt shop next door, covering him with a white blanket. Spreading Turlock juice outside the quilt shop was the final step to ensure the body wouldn't be detected. I stood quietly for a moment, praying that someday we would see each other again. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I wrote a new message on my phone, replacing the old one. Betty, stay right here at the grocery store. I have something urgent to take care of. Be back in a month. Don't leave this place. Sean. I set the phone in a prominent spot and set the screen to stay on so she would notice the message. After all was done, I walked towards the exit of the underground market. As the gate rises, the outside world is bathed in dazzling sunshine, and a gentle breeze is brushed against my face. Step by step, I walked on the stairs leading to the streets, knowing this would be the last time. Do any of us F-jams? We're just reading a story at this point, trying to work out what's going on. Alone, and without a backpack, cell phone, or weapon, I was out on the street without company. I didn't know why I was there, but I knew it was not a place to stay. I had to get back to my shelter at the grocery store in the underground market. Ah, there was the underground market, the roller gate half open for some reason. I was about to rush through the gates when a blurred yellow shape approached me at the speed of a lightning bolt, leaving me with no seconds to duck. Nah, she doesn't know why she's outside the market now. She's back to the underground Betty that doesn't know that Sean's dead. The big yellow dog was holding me defenseless against the floor. There was nothing I could do, but it didn't bite me. All it did to me was jump over me and lick my ears. It was just an ordinary street dog, not a virus carrier. It sat beside me, sticking out its tongue, looking at me eagerly. It was not my sentence day. Patting his head, I sat up, finding his front leg injured. I should do something about it or it might get much worse. There were some bandages left in the store, I guessed. I stood up and walked towards the underground market. The dog followed me as if he was my pet. Sean would be so shocked when he found out I brought back a dog. We've got happy music now. Sean's dead, F-Jams. Sean's been dead for most of this story. Oh, but wait, that means Sean didn't have to die. Because it was this dog that bit Sean, right? I think so, because of the, she mentioned the injured leg before. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, this is a confusing story. I walked into the grocery shop with the yellow dog, but Sean was not at his usual spot. Where could he have gone? It was so strange. My phone was on a round can with the screen turned on. I picked up the phone, trying to read what was on it. There was some text or messages, but I couldn't understand a single word. Well, we think 7 more. I assume so. I put down my phone in confusion and knocked over the round can. It rolled to the ground. The rolling can really trigger my anxiety, so I immediately chased after it and put it back. The dog fell asleep while licking its wounded paws that I had helped patch up. The peaceful surroundings made me sleepy as well. When I woke up, the dog remained in the exact spot. Sean, however, was still not back. Well, does she? Why can't she read it? Some of the grey words have become yellow. Okay, so I need to go back and find yellow words. This one didn't have any yellow words before. Friend. With the clock ticking and tocking, the night fell. My anxiety wouldn't allow me to leave Sean alone out there. I would blame myself forever if something were to happen to him. I decided to go out searching for him after dinner. I cracked the round can I'd chased up earlier and shared it with the dog. The can was Turlock, a canned food made from fermented turtle soup, emitting a unique stench. Surprisingly, the smell didn't bother me. Instead, it even grew on me. Spoon after spoon, I could feel my energy replenishing and my determination to find Sean strengthening. And so, the dog and I set off together to search for Sean. I had a feeling that this might be a hard journey, but Sean was my friend. I would not leave him out alone in this chaotic world. I must find him, and I will never give up, no matter what happens. Oh! And that's the end. I don't know. I mean, why are you Wolf? Why is anyone Wolf? Huh. Okay, I'm not going to read through it all in order because I don't think it makes sense in order. But yeah, basically... it's confusing. For some reason, she has two personalities. Or there's a time loop. Or something. I don't know. I don't know. But, I guess we're done. And we found all the things. They're all in Turlock's cabin. Nice. I mean, maybe it was the soup. Maybe that's why the stories were all about the soup. I honestly don't know. I'm confused. However, we did have a request to guide the raid. So let me see if they are still streaming. That one bun. They are not still streaming. You too! I hope you can join us again at some point, K-Wolf. It's lovely to have you here. So, in that case, let's go watch some Baldur's Gate 3. Why not? I'm a bit obsessed with that game. It's sounds good. Likes things. So, Frosty will give us all a raid message. Oh, there we go. There it is. Copy that, paste it when we get there. Thank you all so much for watching. I will be playing probably back to Supermarket Simulator tomorrow night. I thank you for being here. Thank you very much to Naysay for the raid. Thank you to everyone who came along with the raid. And I hope to see you tomorrow for, like I say, probably some Supermarket Simulator. I do need to get back to my supermarket. I've been neglecting it. Until then, Bye bye.